Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So, I've been putting this off for over a year now, but I think it's time I finally updated my beginner guide to Dragon Village M. This has been a long time coming. The game has changed so significantly since I made that first video. My channel has changed significantly since that first video. And, we've just upgraded so much, and I've learned so much more about this game. I've literally played this game pretty much every single day for like 3 years now, so my knowledge base has just exploded beyond belief since that original video. So I think it's time. Let's get into this. Okay, so this video isn't in a complete perfect order, okay? I've got some stuff here, some stuff there. I made a list. I went back over my old video, pulled out the stuff that I thought was kind of important, and then I'm just going to kind of do my best to condense it down for you guys while still hitting all the highlights and just everything that, has come to fruition in the years since that last video. Okay, and let's just get right into it. First of all, best dragons in the game. Best dragons in the game fluctuates a lot depending on what is popular. So in Coliseum, or PvP as people call it, those dragons will come and go. So one dragon will be phenomenal one week, and then everyone will play a dragon that counters that one phenomenal dragon, and then he'll be a garbage dragon because everyone can beat him. And then someone will play a dragon that can counter those counters. And so PvP is always changing, so you should really think long and hard about that. Just be aware of it. Now, as PvE dragons, now that's against clan dungeon and just beating the adventure mode and things like that, where you're not facing other people's teams. Those dragons are a little more set in stone on which ones are good. If you haven't already, check out my guides on best 3-star and best 4-star and soon best 5-star dragons in the game. That's going to help you a whole lot. If you're a brand new player, I do want to just stress this. Okay, I'm looking you in the eyes right now. Not just because it's a 5-star dragon doesn't mean it's good. Just because it's a 3-star dragon or a 4-star dragon doesn't mean it's bad. Okay, I use a 3-star dragon every single day. Okay, in clan dungeon, every single day I use a 3-star dragon. I use 4-star dragons all the time in lots of content across the game every single day. Okay, just because they're 3 and 4-star dragons doesn't mean they're bad. Okay, some of them are better than every 5-star in the game. Okay, yes, I'm serious. If you haven't watched it, go watch the 3 and 4-star dragon, the best dragons in the game videos, because those are completely still relevant. They're a little bit older video, and you know what? They haven't changed because they're that good. Yeah, so go watch those videos. All right, moving on from that. That was super important. I wanted to get that out. Let's go in here to our dragon menu, right? This is where we go to make our dragons stronger, okay? I'm going to jump over here to this basic dragon here. We haven't done anything to it. It's just a little 4-star here. You have your level up button, which is pretty obvious. You just you can click this one at a time, or you can hold it down and just do a whole bunch of levels at once. It spends experience to do this. You gather experience from doing everything in the game, okay? Just beating levels, just autoing, just everything. You just gain experience all the time. So it's rather important to stock up on it when you can. Just accumulating it, not a big deal. And that's how you basically get a basic dragon stronger. Next is the evolve, okay? And this is where we take these gems here, and you get these out of the massive dragon dungeon, okay? Which we'll go show you where to get those. We come in here, we'll go to dungeon and massive dragon dungeon. So you come in here, what's great, what changed from the original is used to only one of these was available per day. Yeah, and you had to wait for that particular day of the week to farm the element you need. Now they're all available. Go in here, farm the ones you need. Farm the higher the level, then the more chances of getting the stuff is, right? So if I wanted, I don't know, one of these high tier ones, I'd go to the last thing that they're available in, and that's what I'm going to get my best chance at, getting them to drop. If I want these low tier ones, if I'm farming level 1, I might only get one single one every other time I run this. However, if I come down here to the level 4 one and beat this one and just come in here and play this one a whole bunch, I could get like 4 or 5 of these every single run, because that's like that's the freebies they give out, because people are, you know, they've got these that you're trying to get, but really you're just coming in here to get a whole bunch of low tier ones. And so that's where you're going to come to get your specialty elements, and then also this is also where you come to get the generics. You use the generics on everything, and then the element specific ones in addition to the generics. All right, and then come back here and look at this dragon. All right, so then you know you can click your evolve. It takes a little bit of gold. You come in here, have your little cutscene. You can skip it, and then boom, our stats jumped up a pretty good amount there. Okay, so and you can do that twice. Now, if you come in here, it says you have to be evolution condition rank up to 5 stars. So you got to turn this 4-star into a 5-star. So how do we do that? How do we rank up? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this guy all the way up to his maximum level. Depending on the star level, that determines your maximum level. So 4 stars is 40, 3 stars is 30, 5 stars is 50. Okay, makes sense. So you're going to bring them up to max level for the stars that they currently are. And then we're going to come to this next button, rank up. And rank up is where we use all of our extras of that same current level. So he's a 4-star, so we're going to use other 4 stars to turn him into a 5 stars. Make sure the dragons that you pick over here are not good dragons. So if you watch my guides on best 4 stars and 5 stars, you'll know that Mummygons and Hedgebats here are amazing dragons, and you should never get rid of them unless you've got them all to maximum level 60, you know, completely maxed out, and then you can get rid of your extras. Okay, so we're going to rank this guy up. Now he's a 5-star, and his level is going to start back over at 1, and you got to go all the way up to 50 and do that again to turn him into a 6-star. 6-star is the current maximum in the game. And now we come back into evolve, and boom, we can evolve him again if we want. And this will take him up to his final fully adult dragon form, where he's got all of his cool stuff. Now, in addition to evolving, you unlock skills. All right, so this is a dragon's abilities. And I also want to now stress how there's different elements here. Just because if you lost his last skill, it changed. So depending on the dragon, it can, the ability could change. There we go. There's an example. So gain evasion increase, or gain immune effect, okay? Or gain defense increase. Not all elements of a dragon are created equal. You might be like, oh, I pulled a water arcana dragon, okay? He's not that great. Now, if you told me you pulled a dark arcana dragon, I'd be like, yeah, congrats, that's a cool dragon. He's really, really strong. Element specific is very, very important. So when you tell someone what dragon you have, just put like a letter out front for, you know, water, for, you know, W for water, or fire, put an F, you know, so on, light, dark, earth. Just put the letter out front so we know which element you're talking about, because that is so important. Okay, so now we're looking at our skills here, and it kind of just breaks down what all the stuff is. As you evolve a dragon from young to middle to adult, you unlock another skill. So you get the 3rd one here when you hit the middle stage, and when you get the last adult level, you unlock the final skill. So it's very important to evolve your dragons up. If you're not evolving your dragons, you're missing out on a whole bunch of abilities that they have. All right, so going off of those abilities there, we have the skill level up menu here. This is where you'll take stuff. Let me see if I can get one right quick. I'll come into the shop, and we'll cover the shop in just a bit. But what I want is there we go, a skill slime. So let me go ahead and get one of these guys here. Purchase that. And we'll jump back in here, and we'll show you how the skill slimes work. So we're going to hit that skill level up. Now we're going to use one of these skill slimes. You can use a skill slime or a duplicate. Okay, so if you of any element, like I said, sometimes a dragon is bad, so you can use for the 4 stars and 3 stars, you can do this. For 5 stars, do not use a duplicate 5-star for a skill up. Okay, these skill slimes are really cheap, and they're really easy to get. You can get lots of skill slimes from like the shops and that sort of thing. And then you're just going to apply this skill slime over here, and boom, it's going to now increase the power of your skills. So make sure you get your skills maxed out on really good dragons. Okay? Now, let's look at the next bit here. We covered rank up. Appearance change now is just, you can change how he looks, basically, with these things here. It's literally just cosmetic. That's all this is. And that's going to replace the evolution button here. Next up, we have enhance. So this is where we can make him stronger. So if we increase this level right here, this 0 up to level 1, it takes 110 experience. His stats are going to go up. Okay, so just like with the evolution that we did, this is another way to just increase the basic stats. So we can use these generic ones, which you can buy these in the store. We'll go over these as well. You can use these generic ones. They work on any 4-star dragon. Depending on the star level, it determines which one you can use them on. So if you have like a 5-star dragon, you know, you'll have these 5-star specific ones. Now you might be wondering, well, what are these other ones down here, right? So if we go back to those other ones in the very beginning, as soon as we can find them, those duplicates that we have of any element, what you can do is farewell. So you can either do this one where it does this specific one, or you can do selective farewell, and you can do like a whole bunch. You can get rid of a whole bunch of dragons like really fast. But we don't need to do that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to farewell this one for an example. Oh, it's summertime and mosquitoes are bad. All right, and then we get to pick which one we want to do. So we can do this one right here, which is our relationship points. This is, they say relationship point. I think they should just call it enhancement points, honestly, because it keeps it the same. Or this mastery material, which we'll cover masteries later. Usually you don't ever want to do this. There's no point in just like sending something off for mastery of any real level. It saves a little bit of dragon space, but it's not super important. Or you can farewell dragons for experience. I get rid of my my 1-star and my 2-star dragons. I get rid of them for dragon experience all the time because 1 and 2-star dragons aren't. I don't think any of them are worth keeping in this entire game. But we're going to do the relationship here. I do this for 4 and 3-star dragons when I need them. For like the mummy guns or the hedge bats, like I was mentioned earlier. I'll come in here and get rid of my duplicates. Like I've got 2 waters sitting down here. I might get rid of one of them for relationship points. So that way I can power up the other one. Alright, so we got rid of them. We farewelled them. So now we can come back to that, the one we're working on here. As soon as we find it. Here he is. And we'll come back to enhance. And now we've got a bunch of enhancement points we can use on him, the specific ones. Now, any of these elements can be used for any of these particular elements. And you just hold down the button, and it fills it up. And then once we hit 110, he just goes up 1 level, okay? And I'll go ahead and do it for science here. We'll go ahead and burn a bunch of these. And I'll burn a bunch of my generics for science and for video purposes. There we go. Now he's a level 1. Awesome. Cool. So he is ready to go there. He's got enhancement level 1, and now, you know, we can level him up all the way to 50 if we want to. But let's go ahead and go to the next button here, Closeness. Closeness is feeding them these fruits, and you can get the fruits in the massive, or not the massive, the giant tree. Is that what it's called? The massive tree. So massive dragon dungeon, yeah, okay, the names. And then you come in here and farm your specific ones. Again, just like the other dungeon, used to you'd have to wait for your specific day. Now you can just come in here anytime and farm the exact fruit you need. And the larger the fruit, again, the more powerful it's going to be. So let's come back down here to our dragon. And there he is. We'll do his closeness here. And then we'll go ahead and just feed a bunch of fruit to him. Again, you just hold down the button. It feeds them all at once. And boom, we're raising again. We're raising those core stats up. HP, defense, attack. I mean, all dragons are built on these foundations. So it's important to get your closeness up to level 10. This is very easy to do. Okay, it's very easy to get closeness to level 10. It's also very easy to forget to do it sometimes. I have to come back here and I'm like, oh man, I've been using that dragon for like 2 months and I never put his closeness up any higher. So yeah, make sure you do closeness, enhance them, the rank ups when you can, the level ups. These are all ways to make your dragons more powerful. Same with skill ups. All right, lastly here, the last button we have runes. Okay, runes they can be a bit of a pain, for sure. But they can also be really simple if you want them to be. So what kind of dragon is this? This is a defense type. So we're already thinking tank in our head. So defense type is going to be one that's going to take a lot of hits for you. You're going to put them right up front so that way the enemies hit them first. So what do we need to prioritize for a tank dragon? We need lots of defense and we need lots of health. Okay, that's our main and first and foremost goal. So we can put these yellow runes here, which for every 2, right there it says HP 2 set, he gains 15% HP. So if we put 4 yellows on him, he'll get plus 30%. If we put 6, he'll gain 45% increased HP. Now, this is where it gets kind of tricky. The second slot here, the 4th slot, and the 6th slot are the rune slots where you can put percentage runes on them. So like attack percentage or HP percentage. So if it's a health dependent dragon, you're going to want to put a defense percentage or an HP percentage. If you'll notice, I only have 2 yellows here. I try to keep 2 of all runes, and I only bothered keeping defense and HP. If I'm going to put a yellow rune on someone, there's probably a pretty good chance that they're scaling off of HP. I need to put a lot of HP on them or a lot of defense on them. So I like to keep just these. You don't need to keep, one of every single percentage for every single color, because that would just be, you'd run out of room, okay? And then you can fill up all their stats dependent on that. You can also come in here and check. So, does he have any special skills that I need to worry about? So just right here, power is greatly increased proportional to your defense. So you're like, okay, he's a tank, so I need HP or defense. Well, which one should I focus on a little bit more, right? Oh, well, that skill says he scales off of defense. So whenever I go to put these runes on him, I should put on a lot of orange runes because the orange runes give me defense percentage. So I'll just come down here and I'll put a whole bunch of defense percentage runes and orange runes all across the whole thing and call it good. That is a nice, easy way to do runes. Same with, attack runes. So if your dragon scales off of attack percentage, you make sure to have a lot of red ones here. Now, if you look down here, this says set of 4. So you need 4 red ones to get this 135% buff, okay? Now, don't put 6 red ones on there because then you're wasting 2 slots. Just do the 4, okay? And then you got 2 extra slots somewhere. Put on some, if you're early in the game, put on some purple ones. Purple ones only take a set of 2, and they give you a nice little critical rate percentage. Now, what does critical rate do, right? If you look over here in these stats, you got your HP, your defense, your attack speed, which determines how fast they do their basic attack. Some dragons even have special abilities where if you have higher attack speed, they do more damage. It'll say that in the skills. Crit rate and crit damage, okay? Critical rate determines how often your dragon does double damage. So if you're 50%, you're going to be doing these half your hits are going to be double damage. What I like to get at is about 80%, okay? And then I'll have a tamer, which we'll cover, and a tamer will give me an extra 20% on that, so I have a 100% chance every single time my dragon attacks to do double damage, okay? Now this crit damage, you're like, well, what does crit damage then do? This even furthers that. So instead of, if my critical damage at, 100%, instead of doing double damage, I'm doing triple damage because my critical damage is so high. So if you're going on a dragon that's scaling off a critical damage, okay, make sure you do have a little critical rate in there because you'll never hit those critical hits, so then you'll never trigger the critical damage, okay? I could have 2,000% critical damage here, but if I don't have a single critical rate, I'll never see the benefit of it, okay? So just make sure you get enough critical rate and then worry about the critical damage. That's why I say early on, focus on the critical rate runes, okay, the purple ones here. And also point out that this middle slot here is the only slot where you can get a critical rate percentage, okay? The first slot here, let's see if it shows us rune number. Yeah, right here. If you were wondering where I went, there's this little eye right here, okay? My mouse is hovering over it. Click the eye, and then this tells you all about runes. The rune numbers here, this tells you where the certain slots. So on that number 2 slot with the square ones, the two dots here, attack percentage, defense percentage, HP percentage, and attack speed. So number 2 is the only place you can get attack speed. Number 4 is the only place you can get critical rate and critical damage. And then the last slot is the only place you can get effect accuracy and effect resistance. Alright, so just remember that. Nice little cheat sheet here. Also, rune types, it has all the different colors, and it explains what they all do, which is really, really handy. I will go ahead and say I don't really use a whole lot of effect accuracy or effect resistance all that much. Every once in a while, I'll get something with effect accuracy, which is kind of important on like a support type. But if I have an attack type, I'll never put effect accuracy on an attack type, even if they have like really interesting effects. Just my personal opinion. And then also these ancient runes here. If you're a newer player, you'll have no clue what these are because you won't find them anywhere. And we'll cover, because you have to unlock the ancient ruins dungeon to unlock these. And I'll show you how we're going to get there next. Alright, and that's a basic rundown of how runes are work. And that's how you make your dragon stronger, okay? So, where do we go from here? How about we go look at that dungeon I was just talking about? That's a good like next spot. So we're gonna come in here. We're gonna come over to dungeons. So we talked about these first 2, right? We already covered those. Next is the Nightmare Dungeon, which you should be accustomed to. You should see it by now. This is a good spot to get some runes early on. You're not gonna spend a lot of time in here. Once you beat Nightmare level 10, you'll probably almost never come back here, honestly. Just because it's not that great of a spot to farm runes. There's better spots. But once you beat level 10, you'll unlock the Ancient Ruins dungeon. So then we'll come in here, and then this is where you get those specialty runes here, okay? And then you can also get these Book of Amoru here, and we'll cover what these do later. They're for Mastery, though, so we'll cover Mastery in just a bit, I think. Relationship dungeon overall isn't super important. Basically, you can come in here a couple times and you can farm these relationship points like we talked about for enhancements, right? You can come in here and farm these a whole bunch and get some enhancement points. Honestly, I just do my 1 a day just for my daily, and then I don't touch this like at all aside from that. It's not that important of a dungeon, honestly. It's kind of a waste of time and space. If there wasn't a daily that gave me diamonds, I wouldn't even bother. All right, next up we got competition. Coliseum, I kind of briefly mentioned it. Watch one of my guides on the Coliseum because I go a little more in depth in my guide on the Coliseum specific because it kind of needs its own video of how in depth it is. Next we have Ancient Tower here. Ancient Tower is just a neat way to get really nice rewards. You can just bring in whatever team you want. First time through, just bring in something that just clears it. Just try to beat it. You're going to get diamonds, lots of gold. You're going to get eggs. Again, more diamonds, some skill slimes for some 5-star dragons. Just really, really outstanding rewards. Once you get to the point where you're beating this completely all the way to level 50, check out one of my guides on Ancient Tower and how to speed clear it. Because once you start speed clearing it, you can get your rank really, really high. And you can start getting really nice rewards. I placed in the top 20 pretty much every single time, either 10 to 20, somewhere in here. And I get almost 5,000 diamonds, 4,500, okay? And these nice little wings here, which I can spend in the store for stuff. So eventually you want to just do this faster and faster and faster. What I mean by faster is each stage you want to clear it. Like the level 1, I can clear the level 1 stage in 5 seconds. Yeah, so just FYI, it gets pretty crazy on those the top scores. Once you beat this, you'll unlock Tower of Tests, and what Tower of Tests is, this doesn't ever reset. Okay, so you're just trying to clear these floors out, and you have to have a team of all of one element. Okay, so the Fire Tower, I have to use an all fire team. Okay, 5 dragons, all fire. and come in here and clear these. You can watch my series where I go through this once a month and I clear the next 5 stages. So check that out if you're curious of, you know, some good ideas once you get to this point where you need it, where you're ready to start clearing this out. It's a little bit more advanced. It's a little bit later in the game when you get this, but the rewards, oh my God, the rewards are like insane. The rewards are so good if you come in here, but it is a little bit more challenging because you have to use those very specific kind of teams of all one element. Temple of Shadows is just like a little event that they do. You can come in here and clear some stages. You beat other people's PvP teams, okay? And you can get some gold, a hefty amount, 25 gold, and these rune enchantment stones, which what they do is they let you change a stat on a rune, okay? They're neat little in-game things, not anything you should really worry about early on. Jump over to clans. Actually, let's go back out. Let's go down here to the clan button. Once you get, I believe it's level 15, you unlock clans. Clans are cool. You get some nice rewards for being in a clan. So you have clan wars where you go head to head against other clans and you pick an enemy to fight, and it's like a PvP match, but you don't control any of it. It's all AI automatic controlled fights, which is pretty cool. You have your clan dungeon here, which I have whole guides, several guides on clan dungeon. It's pretty gnarly, the high level end stuff. But early on, when you're just joining the clan, just come in here and help them out, you know. You're just trying to get as high as you can. We're at level 86, and then once this one gets beat, we'll go up to level 87. And we're just in a race with other clans to clear more stages than the other clans. And then you get rewards based off of that, which you can go spend in the store, like coins and stuff like that. Also, Rune Guardians here. This is what I was talking about in late game. You're going to want to come in here to farm your specific rune. So if I'm trying to get a purple rune, a 6-star purple rune, I'll come in here and hit this and just, it's 20. It's a little bit trickier. Also, you don't use any drag skills. It's all auto attacks, okay? So just be aware. Drag skill can't be used. It's all auto attacks. So it's a little bit more advanced, but if you need a better rune, this is a good place to come. However, if you can't clear anything that hard, but you really want to get those specific runes, right? You're like, oh, well, this dragon needs, you know, I need to get 6 orange runes, and I need a triangle, a square, a diamond, right? And I can't find out, you know, what's a good way to get those. Come into adventure mode and farm the exact stage you need. Okay, so this one's all red runes. Come over here. Okay, this one's all pink runes. What's this one? Purple runes here, and this one's gonna be HP. We'll just use HP as an example. So look, let me farm this stage, I'll do this stage. That'll get me a triangle. Now let me do this one. That'll get me the square, and it'll always be that element, the element that you're looking for. So while you might not be up here in these harder stages, you might still be back in normal. Hey, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can come in here and farm the exact rune that you need, okay? And I think that's so much more important. There was plenty of times where I was helping like advanced players, and they were just having issues with their builds, and I was like, well, what are you doing for runes? And I'd go in there and check, and they would just be using like it's like, oh, this is a high level rune, you know, it gives me this huge stat bonus. Yeah, it gives you an attack percentage bonus on your tank. Like, who cares? You don't need that. Go out there. I'd rather have a 5-star rune than a 7-star god rune, because it's the right element with the right stats, okay? So it's more important that it's the right stats than that fact that it's a 6 or 7-star rune. So come in here, farm the right rune for the right dragon. It's just way more efficient to do it that way. I think that was the last thing in clans. Yeah, so that covers runes there. So let's come over here to the summoning next. Rate up. When should you spend your diamonds? As soon as you get 3,000 diamonds, do not just come in here and blow it immediately in this, okay? Just getting these 11 summons here on a crap dragon like this Earth Evil dragon. Who cares? This dragon isn't even on the map. If you don't watch my guides on, you know, what's the best dragons and stuff, you can also go into the Coliseum and then look at rankings and see what everyone's playing, right? So when you come in here to summon, oh, it's a dragon that like everybody in Coliseum is using. Okay, well, I've been saving up. You know, I'm at like 30,000 diamonds. I'm going to just keep clicking this until I get that dragon. That's what you should do. Don't just get 3,000 and come in here and blow it. Save it, okay? Especially if a new dragon comes out and I put out a video where I'm like, no, this is a hard pass. This is a crap dragon. Do not get this. You'll be like, oh, glad I saved that and waited. Okay, I've got a week and a half, 2 weeks to summon this dragon. I don't need to go in there day one. Oh, it's a new dragon. I got to spend all my diamonds and get it. Yeah, you just wasted 30,000 diamonds, like $100, like $100 real dollars worth of diamonds on garbage, okay? So wait for it, okay? Wait for something worthy of all your diamonds and then just dump everything you got to try to get that one dragon. It usually takes about 20,000 sometimes to get the rate up, okay? That's how it works out sometimes, is it takes a little bit. Some people get it on like the second try. Just really depends. And don't just blow it because you got it, okay? That's like my biggest point here. Hatching, this is where you come in and hatch all your eggs. I save mine up for videos. Y'all don't have to do that. You like, as soon as you get an egg, come in here and hatch it. Combining, I like to do the purple one here and the light one here. I say purple, the dark one. So this is the dark element and the light element. It's good for fodder to make other things more powerful, which we'll cover in a little bit. I just make these two over and over and over and over and over and over. You just click them. It tells you exactly what dragons you need. One of the four, however, will be one of these four, and the only way to get one of these four is to make them, okay? They just take little 3-star dragons that you power up. They're really easy to make, just as long as you're paying attention and you don't get rid of these guys when they're, 3-star dragons in your inventory. So then you make a couple of these, and then you'll come in here. Like if you look, I've made 3 of these dark, the wolves here, the volts, just ready to go to make more of these guys. I'm just waiting on these blue tigress dragons is all. So I'm just ready to go, saving up for when I'm ready. And that's what the combining is. And then the relationship is that dungeon I was talking about where you can farm the relationship points. If you want to do that to get 3-star dragons, I would say none of them are worth really farming that intently. Just the chances of getting the exact one you need is just very... it's not very good. But occasionally there will be events that come up and you'll get free relationship points for things. And that's pretty cool. I have yet to get enough to actually make anything. But hey, this is here if you get lucky enough, I suppose. Also, if you come into the Witch's Cauldron, you can buy relationship points. So there's been a few things that I am saving up for, and you get 20 or whatever at a time, and eventually you'll get enough. Once you get enough, that's where you go, is into the relationship area here, and then you can summon it once you get enough points. That is more worthy, I will say. So Witch's Cauldron here, that's where you're going to buy your relationship points on that really hard to get stuff. Like dark types or light types, that are really hard to get. This is where I come to get some of those. You can get skill slimes here for stuff. These super slimes, so when you're doing a rank up, you can use these in place of a dragon, which these are pretty nice. You can buy runes here. I don't ever buy runes here just because they're really expensive. 1,000 diamonds for a 4-star rune? Are you out of your mind? No way. No way. Not worth it. You can buy energy and fruit and stuff. I don't bother with that. I do buy the eggs out of here, though. It either cost diamonds or these wings, the wings I was talking about from that ancient tower. If you do that, then you can use your wings to buy them instead of your diamonds. And that's a good way to do it, is to buy the eggs out of here. Click your dragon when it sparkles, and you get, look at that, I got 5 diamonds just for clicking that. I do the little gift thing here. There's no ad, so boom, ooh, look, 15 diamonds, cool. Yeah, so just literally takes 2 seconds to do that. All right, let's go discuss mastery, I guess. I was waiting to do this one, but I guess we can go ahead and do it now. Once a dragon hits 6 stars, level 60, you can finally start doing masteries. Let me find one that I can actually do. So your level up button right here will eventually, when you hit level 60, 6-star level 60, it'll get replaced with this mastery button. So this is where you come in and you can get these super, super crazy good stats. Okay, big, massive buffs, 30% critical rate buff, critical damage buff, huge 2,000 point attack buff, stuff like that. And then you come over here to your mastery, right? And this is what you save your 5-star dragons for, people. This right here is what you're saving your 5 stars for, is this. You're going to click one of these guys, and you're going to sacrifice your 5-star dragon, your extra, of the same element. Okay, you'll notice all these are fire. This is a fire dragon. And you're going to use those books that we got from the ancient tower, or not from, or from the ancient ruins. Okay, 50 of them here, 400 gold for level 1. Level 10, I think it's like 2 million gold or 3 million gold for 1 level. So it gets pretty expensive. This is some later game stuff. Okay, this is not something you do early. And then boom, we're gonna sacrifice that, and we're gonna gain one level, 1 mastery level out of 10. 10 is the maximum. And you'll come in here, and then we'll pick what we want to do. This is a healer, so damage isn't really important. Effect accuracy, like none of this is super good. The first tier usually isn't too important. The second one, it gets a little bit better. The third one gets really good for the dragon you're trying to build, and the last one is the like super important one. This is a healer, so I want that increased recovery, so my heals do way better. 25% buff to all my heals. So this part right here isn't super important. So damage isn't all that important, but I guess we'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll have to do that 10 more times. This is what you do with all your bad dragons. So all the crappy 5 stars that you get are just garbage. Everyone tells you to get rid of and fodder. They mean come in here to mastery and use them for mastery fodders. You can farewell them for enhancement points. I would do that for maybe fire, water, and earth. Maybe. But light and dark, I will never farewell for enhancements. No way. Those are so hard to get. Lights and darks are so hard to get that it's not worth it. So those will always go to mastery fodder for sure. Okay, next up, so you got the rune tab here where you can manage all your runes. You can level them up, that sort of thing, enhance. So like I was talking about before, you can, for every 3rd level you hit, you'll either increase one of these stats or you'll gain a new one. Okay, so this is it's got the blue box here, so I can go up to level 6 before one gets added. Okay, so if it's like a gray rune or something, it starts with less. But if I have like this purple one here, right, it's already showing me what most of the stats are going to be. So I'm only going to gain 1 more stat, and that's going to be at level 12. I'll gain 1 more stat to add to these. You can also fuse away all your bad runes here to make... I only ever bother with the 6-star runes to try to make a 7-star rune here. These ones here are just crap. They're like a attack percentage on a defense rune. Like, really? That sucks. So yeah, and then you can come down here. Either the game will sometimes give us free draws for these, or you can buy them, which is really expensive. $10 for that is absurd game. I'm sorry, but no way. Next is Tamers. So Tamers, as the game progresses, you can unlock these with gold. However, Kathos is the only dragon I think is ever really worth it. You might get a dragon every once in a while, like a certain team where you may need one of these other ones. But honestly, that critical rate passive there is so good. If you ever go to like the like walking around area with the Tamers and seeing other players, it's almost all Kathos and like all these like alternate costume Kathoses, and that's it. It is just so funny because he's the best. So you can... That one purchase, I think it's like 2,000 diamonds or something early on, just to buy Kathos and just call it good, and then just use Kathos, and then just make sure you're coming in here and, you know, leveling these up. So every time you gain a player level, you can come in here and level these up. Make sure you do, you know, your attack up and your critical rate up. That's super important. Kathos, he is the man. Okay. Next is Dragon Forest here. So Dragon Forest is a pretty neat way to spend your amethyst. You can come in here and level it up, right? So level 15 is the max, and then you can come in here and level up the individual things. The ones I think are worth it early on are the wings and the gold. Okay, those are really good early game. Late game they get a little less impactful, but I think like that's like a year into playing this game before these stop being relevant. Okay, so they're really relevant for a long time, for that whole first year. The fruit is pretty much almost not worth it at all, honestly, because you can farm the fruit so easily. So fruit, you don't even really need to worry about. Diamonds, never not good, okay? Never not good, okay? Doesn't matter what stage you're in the game, diamonds are amazing, okay? So max this out as fast as possible. This last one down here is... the only thing the level does is lowers your timer, okay? So if you're like super like anal retentive and you want to click this every single time that these are available to click, sure. If you only are logging in this game once a day, not worth it. Not worth it. It's only worth it if you're logging in multiple times a day to get this done. But diamonds are important, and then gold and wings are also pretty important. And then make sure you deploy dragons in here and fill this little box up, because if you run around and collect these hearts, then once you fill up that percentage in the bottom there, it gives you a little present of something like diamonds or gold or whatever, experience for dragon leveling up. All right, let's cover the shop. What to buy in the shop. So this is where you're going to come. I'm not going to give you any kind of real guide on what to spend real life money on. The automatic pickup is kind of neat for when you go through like adventure mode and stuff. You can just put it on auto battle and repeat, and we'll cover that, and it'll just keep playing that same level over and over and over and over, and then every time the icon drops for a dragon you kill, it automatically collects that for you. There's a free one that lasts 20 minutes, or you can buy, it's like $3 for a 2-week long one. It can be worth it if you want to spend money. Topaz dragons are phenomenal, but I'm not dropping $500 freaking dollars to get a dragon. Okay, I am very free to play, and yeah, no way this will probably ever happen. Even though there's some good dragons in here, there are some good ones. Okay, like the Thunderbolts are super good. The Ashleys are pretty good. The newest one isn't here yet, but he's really good too. Mileage. So when you go to the rate up and you're spending your diamonds on summons, you'll get mileage. I think the only one worth doing is this one right here, getting the legendary egg. This gives you a guaranteed 5-star. This is the only one. Like, these are just not worth it. Okay, it says you have a chance of getting a limited dragon out of these, but that chance is bad. Okay, I've never pulled a limited dragon out of this in 3 years I've been playing this. Okay, same with this fantasy eggs. I've never pulled a limited dragon out of any of this. Okay, so just spend it on the legendary eggs and call it good. Honor, this is what you get from doing PvP. If you'll come in here and notice what I spend mine on, for my weekly and monthly enhancement points for 5-star dragons. Okay, like I said, you'll never farewell a dragon for enhancement points that's a 5-star, because you come in here and just buy these. Okay, buy these right here. Don't farewell those other dragons. Use them for masteries. Also a good source of skill slimes to power up those dragons. A new one that they added was this one right here, which is pretty cool. If you're doing really well in PvP, you're going to have a lot of these medals coming out of your ears, and you know, once a month you could probably get one of these, as well as keep buying these. So definitely, you know, worthy right here of getting this one. A 5-star dragon is already cool. Chance at a limited 5-star dragon is pretty incredible. But even if you're just getting just a regular 5-star dragon, the 1500 is still worth it, because you get a lot of these medals. Okay, it looks like a big number. It's actually not, as long as you're doing PvP like you should. Again, check out my guide for that. Valor medal. In the years I've been playing this, I've only ever gotten it one time, but I got this one right here, and that selection ticket is so cool. Pick any 5-star dragon that's not a limited dragon or a topaz dragon in the game, and you get it instantly, which is just so good. So those lights and darks that are just winning PvP matches because they're so powerful, this is how you get those dragons if you can't get lucky. Okay. Clan coins. Again, if you're doing your clan dungeon and helping out your clans, doing the clan wars with them, going against the other clans, you'll get lots of these coins here. This is where you go. This is the first and foremost thing you spend every time. These are enticing, okay? You get a guaranteed limited dragon out of here, which limited dragons are very good, but you buy these first, okay? Now, if it's like the first week of the month and you buy both of these for 800 and you're like, well, dang, I still got 1500. I mean, sure, go ahead and get an absolute. I usually can pick up one of these about every other month or every 3 months. I can grab one of these and still make sure I get all of these. Okay. Amethysts are okay. If you'll notice, I have a crap ton here. I buy these just because it makes leveling up my my runes. I only ever use them on 6-star runes, but it instantly puts them up to level 15. They're pretty neat. It saves you some gold if you buy it this way. Also, you can buy dragon experience here, which is pretty good for your early players. If you're here less than a year, this is a great place to get dragon experience. It's probably honestly way better than all of these. The 2,500 for a single rune is barbaric, but dragon experience is really cool. Definitely probably where you should spend most of yours. If you're watching this early on, then yeah. Gold, if you need to buy gold, I guess you can come here. I've never bought gold. I've never been that desperate. And then consumables here. I can spend these, the 4-leaf clovers for friends, for wings. This allows you to reset your mastery. So if you just pick the wrong mastery, you come in here, 20,000 gold, super cheap, and you can reset all your mastery points. Thank God for this, let me tell you. The book is really cool. This is where it shows your collection of every dragon you've ever owned. And if you evolved it or not. So I always take a dragon, even if it's a 5-star that's absolute garbage that I'll never use, I'll evolve it once, and it gives me like 150 diamonds or whatever. Yeah, or 100 diamonds, yeah. And, you know, you get free diamonds just for evolving something, even if it's a trash dragon. All of my 4-stars and below, I've done. All the way up. Even if it's a trash dragon that I'll never use, it is too easy just to get up to adult stage on all of these and then collect that reward. Okay, so definitely just a nice easy way to get more diamonds. Man, these mosquitoes are killing me. All right, so we're almost there, guys. We're almost to the end of this. I know it's a long video. Quest, just make sure you do your daily quest every day. You get a crap ton of diamonds. Okay, people ask me, how do you get so many diamonds? You know, you must spend a lot of money on this game. No, I just do my dailies every single day. They're so easy. I can get all my dailies done in about 20 minutes. Okay, super easy, and you know, you get a whole lot of diamonds for doing that. Next up, how do I farm though? How do I get more diamonds and diamonds and gold and amethysts, right? I'll come in here, I'll set up a good team, whatever team you can set up that will auto battle and beat the stage every single time. You put that team in here, right? You come down here to repeat battle, okay? And I have mine to auto sell runes. Now, if I'm trying to get a very specific rune, I'll make sure to turn this button off, okay? So it keeps my 5-star runes. And then if you want to turn on any of these, I don't do any of this stuff. Even if I lose, I don't even turn that one on because I know I can win them. But I'll turn on repeat, okay? I'll make sure to auto pick up, and you can watch the little ad for 20 minutes, and then just let this play for 20 minutes. Come back over here, click out of the fight, come back in here, watch the little thing again, or click the little button again. There hasn't been ads in like forever in this game, and then boom, you just keep doing that. Start battle. It'll come in here. It'll use all of the skills automatically and clear it, and it'll just keep playing that battle over and over and over. And if you have the auto pickup on, it'll keep picking up all of those rewards for you. So you get every night I go to bed, I'll turn this on as I sleep, and it just sets on my bedside table. My screen goes dark, so it doesn't like keep me up with like super crazy brightness. And you know, I'll wake up the next morning and I'll have like 10,000 more gold than I had the night before. I'll have like 10,000 more amethysts and a crap ton of gold, like, you know, millions and millions of gold more, just because it ran all night long and it just auto battled over and over and over. And this auto pickup picked it up for me every single time. Now, if you're only doing the 20-minute one, you can't do that. It's good for, like, I did it at work a lot. You know, I just like let it go for 20 minutes and I'll come back and check it again in 20 minutes, and then, you know, just keep doing that and just keep letting it auto battle, and it was really good. Okay, if you want to spend a little bit of money though, like I said, this isn't too bad. $3 for 14 days worth. I mean, that's pretty cheap, honestly. Yeah, if you look, see how much, you know, I get all the time, my daily amounts here. This is what I just got today. You know, I got 1,000 of all this stuff. crazy, crazy. Total obtained so far, I've been using this for 3 days, and in 3 days I got all of these rewards in 3 days, just from auto battling. And that's just like at night, you know, whatever, going to bed and I'll turn it on. Just really, really good way to farm. That's probably the best way to farm diamonds and gold and amethyst in the entire game, is to do this right here, auto battling with the auto pickup on. Really, really nice. Explore, come in here just right quick. You just put in 5 dragons, and then you just, right, I'll come over here, I'll put in 5 dragons, and I'll click explore. It'll give me amethyst, which is cool, because I can, you know, buy dragon experience and whatever else like we talked about. It gives me a rune here. Most of the runes you're going to get are pretty crappy, and it gives me some dragon experience, which is nice. The one that's actually kind of worth it is this last one here, because you'll get a 6-star rune, a grade 6, which is sometimes the only way you can get some of these runes in the game, like reliably, is just to make sure you come in here and do this. Don't ever instant finish those 600 diamonds. Is not worth it. Does not equal out. And then just make sure you keep restarting them. You'll get a once a day thing where you can cut all your timers in half. I like to wait until I actually come in here and I see this one's at 6 hours or less, and then I'll click it, and then I'll instantly collect it. That's like the ideal way to do this for sure. All right, and that's gonna do it. I know it's like a beginner guide, but this is like a super long video. But literally all the information that I put out, it was all just so relevant. I mean, every bit of it. This is how you like maximize in this game. That's instead of breaking it up to do a video for each of those individual things. You know, a lot of people like it all in one big place, and this is what this video is. Some of the stuff is broken up where, like, you know, Clan Dungeon has its own video, PvP has its own video, Runes actually has their own video, just because you can literally talk for 30 minutes about those individual things. The best dragons in the game, okay, those are their own videos, because I can't put all that in one video just with this that we've already talked about, because it's already a long video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like it. If you're still here listening to me ramble right this second, let me know. I'm curious. Who is here right this second listening to this? Because if you made it this far, you're awesome. Okay, put 43. All right, I'll know. Put 43 in the chat, okay, or in the comments, and you're incredible. Okay, you are incredible. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment, as well as subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy this type of content, I try to put it out as much as possible, so definitely subscribe. Also, if you really enjoyed the content, check out my Patreon. I have a link in the description below for it. You can get access to my Discord server, as well as if you're a Dragon Village Inn fan, account takeovers where I help you out with your account. If you're a Digimon fan, I've got monthly giveaway, well, not even giveaways, I've got monthly merch that's specific to Patreon, stuff like memory counters, custom made. This is the baby form of Vmon here. There's gonna be more in the works also, so lots of memory counters, all kinds of awesome Digimon merch. So definitely check out that tier, and if you're just all out crazy, there's other tiers if you're that dedicated. As well as check out my Teespring. I've got awesome merch there, you know, official Battle Ready Ink merch, awesome phone cases for you Digimon fans out there. They've got them for iPhones as well as Samsungs, so they are super sweet. If you've seen the last Digimon movie, that's where these are from. I had a friend of mine custom make these so that way they fit perfectly on these phone cases. They look super good, so definitely check those out. But at the end of the day, if you can't do any of that, just like I said, like the video, that helps a ton, and subscribe. It doesn't hurt, but it helps me. So that's what's the real benefit. And as always, I'll see you next time.